You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts.
All right, Black and White Sports supporters. Well, we got a couple things involving the Browns defense here. One of them, good, question mark. The other one, not good at all. And that's where we're going to start. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Make sure you're still subscribed. Punch the like button. So, the Cleveland Browns got them a good young safety by the name of Ronnie Hickman, and he got jumped by some vicious-ass thugs, it looks like in New York last night. And this news is literally just breaking, and I guess he had to go to the hospital to get treated. Good Lord. And we will get to Rutenberg, the new defensive coordinator for the Browns, in a minute. So you see that right there. Brown Stars safety Ronnie Hickman jumped at trendy Lower East Side Hotel. Nothing good happens after midnight, folks. Cleveland Brown Stars safety Ronnie Hickman was jumped by a crew of thugs. Y'all thought I was playing. At a trendy Lower East Hotel Monday. Law enforcement told the Post. Hickman, 24, a New Jersey native, who finished a breakout season as a starter for the Browns, was approached by four goons in the lobby of the 60 Leagues Hotel on Allen Street in Manhattan shortly after 4:30 a.m. A dispute broke out, police and sources said. Cops are investigating whether the Gridiron Safety's attackers recognized him as playing for the Cleveland NFL team. The suspect slugged Hickman and took off. The NFL story, one-time Ohio State standout who graduated from DePaul Catholic High School in Pensac, New Jersey, was taken to Bellevue Hospital where he was listed in stable condition before being released. Quote, safety Ronnie Hickman was a victim of an assault early Monday morning at a New York City hotel. The Browns said in a statement Ronnie was treated for minor injuries at an area hospital after the incident, was later released and is at home resting with his family. Police have not announced any arrest. Hickman joined the Browns in 2023 after going undrafted in that year's NFL draft and remains on the team's roster. After a breakout 2025 season, he is due to be a restricted free agent. They're expected to re-sign him at $7 to $8 million a year. Let's just go over here real fast. This is Hickman's stats. Last year, you had 52 tackles, that's combined and assisted, and 2 interceptions. In his rookie year, he had 17 tackles, that's combined and assisted, and 1 interception. But yeah, you would think the Browns are going to want him back. And as a restricted free agent, I would suspect he would be back. But good God. Now, so I'm a little confused. Was the family staying with him at the hotel? Were they there in visiting? He's from the area. This is the problem. I guarantee you we did not get the full story here. What the full story is, I don't know. You see 4:30 a.m. and you're like, okay, was he just coming back to the hotel? Or, look, was he downstairs catching a workout in the hotel, fitness area? Who knows? You notice none of that was actually in the report? Come on, guys. Do better. So we really don't exactly know what happened. All we know was a crew of thugs. Okay, New York Post. I'll make sure to get that in the thumbnail. That's all you had to say. Group of thugs. So, that leads us over to this. The Browns' new defensive coordinator is Mike Rutenberg. He has no prior defensive coordinator experience. He was the Falcons' defensive pass game coordinator, the Jets' linebackers coach, 49ers pass game specialist, Jaguars' assistant linebackers coach. So, it's hard to know. I don't think there's any massive connections to Todd Monken. However, he's got connections to Robert Saleh's defense. He is familiar with Jim Schwartz's defense. And Jeff Ulbrich, of course, had a damn good defense with the Falcons last year. It's a different kind of scheme, but nonetheless, you get the point. So that's rather interesting. I don't understand why they would not have hired Tarver, to be honest. I'm a little surprised. What's wrong with Tarver? That would have been the best move. I just thought it seemed like the most natural move to have just given Tarver the job since he was on staff, obviously, and Tarver had been a defensive coordinator in the league at one time. And I know Jim Schwartz was mad. Could you not have emptied the bank for real? To have gotten, because one of the topics of conversation right now is, even though Todd Monken is a rather senior fella for being a first-time head coach, he doesn't have, to my knowledge, any real previous ex-head coaches on the staff, yada, yada, yada. Which a lot of times you will see somebody that has been a head coach at some, like Mike McCoy is a former head coach. He took over for Brian Callahan with the Titans. When Callahan got fired, Mike McCoy became the interim, and he had previously been the Chargers head coach. Well, he just got hired with the Raiders to pair up with a first-time head coach in Clint Kubiak. And so it's a little surprising that this team hasn't gotten a blatant, did I just see John Fox got hired by the Buffalo Bills, I think? And we all know he coached the Panthers and the Broncos and had success with those teams. I'm kind of surprised by that, to be honest. Now, doesn't mean they can't bring somebody in, and maybe they just think because Todd Monken has been, all over the place at this point, pro and college, and he was a head coach in college, maybe they didn't need to do that. I can't say I hate the hire for the Browns, but honestly, sort of indifferent to the hire. Like we've got an incomplete here. Not enough information. I think that's fair because, look, John Harbaugh took most of the defensive staff that was with the Ravens with him to the Giants. So that left a rather empty cupboard there. I wonder why Monken didn't reach out to guys that was on the staff. There's got to be guys on the staff at Georgia when he was the offensive coordinator there just a couple of years ago. I don't know. That's interesting. That's interesting. I still can't believe they couldn't work it out with Schwartz. And I guess Schwartz is not going to the Raiders after all. They hired a guy. Tell me what you think. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.